Morning, y'all. Good morning. Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com to subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch us live. Salute to everybody who's watching us live. So if you're watching us live, salute to my YouTube massive, my Facebook massive, my Twitter, Twitch, and then we got the live studio audience in IG. Here's the deal. If y'all understand how the show go, right? So this is a live show. So anybody who's watching on IG, if you're watching on IG, you the live studio audience. Like you in the audience with me. You get to you watching this behind the scenes. You get to see everything. You see the show before it go live. Everything, right? Live studio audience. But then you know what I'm saying? Like if you wanna see the produced version or how I look on CNN or how I look, then you go to YouTube. You go to ashcashtv.com. And you see the production. You see the you see the scrolling on the bottom. You see the stocks, all that. You know what I'm saying? So salute. And so again, if you're watching it live on IG, just know you part of the studio audience. If you watch, and we lit. You know what I'm saying? We lit in the studio audience. You know what I'm saying? We lit. And then we lit too. Matter of fact, fat shout to Samaya Hill, fat shout to Annette Randall Coney. You know what I'm saying? YouTube though, we getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube numbers is going up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that notification though. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina N in the building. Allison Carter in the building. Yo, YouTube, I don't know. At some point we might be able to surpass IG. I don't know. That's the goal. I love you, IG, but you know what I'm saying? My YouTube people are showing up. You know what I mean? So Lisa says this has become part of my morning routine. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Feb Creator says I'm going to look at you on YouTube. Yeah, go ashcashtv.com. You're going to see. Philly real estate investor, sac passé, sac à fait. Tout bagay à forme. You know what I'm saying? My Haitians out there. But the IG crowd is big lit. Nah. IG is lit. Y'all give me the energy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, IG is the studio audience. Like y'all, I feel like I'm in a building and IG is the studio audience hyping me up. You know what I'm saying? It's the crowd and all that. So salute to IG. You know what I mean? Salute to my sis. Jessin Styles in the building. Salute. Spoiled Brat, I see you. Trav, what up, my G? In the building. Again, thank you so much for joining every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We appreciate you. You could be anywhere on the planet Earth, but you are here with us, getting your mind and your money right. So salute. Fast shout to Bass Moreno. This is definitely part of my morning routine. You know what I'm saying? If you're back, then your family. You know what I'm saying? So salute to the family. The Mind Right Money moguls in the building. I appreciate y'all beyond what I can actually express with words. And so if this is your first time, the segments of the show go as such. Number one, we have the inspirational word of the day. And then number two, we have the financial segment. When we talk about your finances and what's in finance news. And then lastly, we have our our Ask Ash Cash segment of the day, where you ask your questions, I answer them. Fast shout to my sis Adrienne Michelle in the building on Facebook. Salute to the Facebook check-in as well. And so today's daily inspiration is dedicated to a quote that I put on my Instagram that I want y'all to say. I sleep in on Saturdays when you not on. Salute. I appreciate that. Let me see. Hold on for 1 second. All right, cool. So today's daily words, I posted this. I posted it earlier, and it says, "Needing nothing attracts everything, right? And I want to say that, right? Needing nothing, right? Needing nothing attracts everything. And I'm gonna let that sit though. I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let that sit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let that sit for a second, right? Needing nothing, needing nothing attracts everything, right? And I actually got this revelation from a book by Deepak Chopra that's called like the seven spiritual laws. What is it called? The seven spiritual laws. I think it's called the seven spiritual laws. Let me see if the seven. I don't know if there's anything behind that spiritual law. Spiritual laws of success. There we go. Is that Deepak? Yep. Right. So needing nothing attracts everything, and I actually got this from the book The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And when I heard it, it clicked, because I've studied the law of attraction and all of the laws of the universe for a while now. Over 15 years, I would say, and you hear a lot of these things. Any book that you read, Think and Grow Rich. If you read As a Man Thinketh, if you read, most of the books talk about this, though. Most of them talk about this. But when I heard him say this in a way, it made me. It brought up a light bulb, right? And so what Deepak calls this, he calls this the law of detachment. And that's what this is, the law of detachment. And I speak about this a lot, when I say that, energy is everything. You have to be in energetic alignment with the stuff that you want. And if you're in energetic alignment with it, that is what manifests in your life. And so a lot of times we ask for things, we focus on things, we, put energy towards things. And if we're putting the wrong type of energy, then that will determine whether what you have in life is going to be yours or just a figment of your imagination, right? Are you going to live it, right? Are you going to touch it? Are you going to feel it? Or are you going to, is it just going to be something that you think about in your imagination, but you never really, get to experience it? And so, I'm going to read something that says, in detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom of our past from the known, which is the prison of the past conditions. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. Bars, right? And so what it's saying is that a lot of times we're so beholden to holding on to our past, holding on to what we want our lives to look like, that we don't surrender to God, we don't surrender to the universe. And so we're almost putting out this energy of desperation, this energy of begging, this energy of saying that, like, God, it has to be this way, like this gotta be the way it happens. And when you have that energy, right? You have, the only reason you have that energy is because you really don't have faith. You really don't believe. You really don't have. You're really not holding on to your higher power, because if you knew what your higher power had in store for you, then you wouldn't even be begging for nothing. Right? You wouldn't say that I need this. I need this right now. Like I gotta have this house. I gotta have this car. I gotta live this way. Right? If you are doing that, if you're in a space of need, right? If you're in a space of need and you need something, like this has to happen, then you don't understand the universe. And that attachment, right? That attachment to this thing is what's causing you strife. This attachment to this thing is what's causing you to not live your best life. This attachment to this thing, people, places, things, whatever, the attachment is what's causing you, to not be able to live your full life, right? Because if you're asking for, a new car, And I'm gonna just make it simple, right? If you're asking for a new car and you got a Ford Taurus and you're like, I need this Ford Explorer, I gotta have the new Ford Explorer, I have to have it. God might got a Bentley for you, right? Easy. God might have a Bentley waiting, and you over here looking at this Ford Explorer, you over here begging for the Ford Explorer, where God like, what? You not even like, I'm not even gonna put you in that. Like I got a Bentley truck with your name on it that I'm gonna give to you easy, but you over here attached, giving energy towards what you need. I need you to detach yourself, right? Because needing nothing, right? Needing nothing attracts everything, right? When you think about the law of detachment, there are things that when you are in that energy of wanting it, in that energy of having to have it, says to the universe that you don't believe in abundance. You don't believe abundance is your birthright. You don't believe that. Because if you believe abundance was your birthright, you would just surrender. You would surrender. You wouldn't be worried about tomorrow because you already know that what's been promised to you. You already know what's been promised for you. You're not gonna be anxious about making certain sales or reaching certain numbers. Nah, you wouldn't do that. If you fully detach yourself, does that mean you don't strive towards success? Absolutely not. That's why I tell you all the time that it's all about the journey, not the destination, right? Because if the journey is good, then you ain't gonna have to stress yourself about getting to the destination, right? Like excuse me, I love doing this show. Would I want millions of people tuning in every morning? Absolutely, right? Do I stress about it? Absolutely not. Because I wake up, the journey is dope, right? The journey is dope. Like I love the journey of waking up. Back in May when we started this show, it was a handful of people, and this was just something we were doing on IG Live. Then it morphed into multicasting, right? Now it's to a point where a bunch of people have said that this is part of their morning routine. Right, I've seen people, take walks and jogs and like, yo, I got you tuned in while I'm jogging, while I'm working out, while I'm getting my life right, right? Like I've had conversations with people that says, listen, like, yo, the mornings are reserved for the Ash Cash show. You know what I'm saying? And so think it was like, that's part of the journey. Like I love that, and so I don't need a million people. It'd be nice, right? It'd be nice to have a million people tuned in every morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Ash Cash Show and AshCashTV.com. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice, but I don't need it, right? I've detached myself from that, right? And so what I'm saying is that when you start to detach yourself, right? When you start to detach yourself from the need of success, right? If God did not give me anything else as it relates to my journey and success, I would be fine. Right? Because I wake up every morning with everything I need. I'm never asking for anything. I actually don't pray and ask for anything. Right? The best prayer you could say is thank you. Because that shows respect. Right? You're respecting your higher power. When you wake up and you just say thank you. Like I'm not waking up asking God like, yo, God, it would, I would love. Nah. Yo, good looking, G.O.D. Good looking, big homie. You got me up this morning. Good morning. Thank you. You got me up. Thank you. Right? Because when you wake up with a appreciative heart, right? When you show appreciation, then you get blessed. That's how you get blessed. Right? Like why would you get more of something you disrespect? Think about it. Why would you get more of something that you disrespect? Shout out to Iris Palmer, because see, Iris said Ash Cash Show is my daily blessing. That means a lot to me because Iris is actually on the West Coast. So we screaming 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. She up 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. All right? Yeah, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day religiously. You know what I'm saying? But think about this, right? Think about this. Why would you get more of what you disrespecting? Yo, you disrespecting your blessing. So why would you get more blessings? Because in the universe's head, right? In the universe's head, it's saying, yo, if I'm blessing you already, right? If I'm blessing you already, I'm blessing you with life. There are 150,000 people who die every day, but I blessed you with life. I blessed you with free will. I blessed you with the ability to do anything that you want to do, but you wake up and you asking me for something else. You didn't even say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Nurses in the know. Salute, salute. West Coast in the building. Texas, we got Texas in the building as well. You know what I mean? Salute. Right? But think about that. And so, when you're in that mode of needing, that needy mode, right? That needy mode where you need things, that is what's pushing your blessing away. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even this like, it's not even this fluffy like, oh, I want to be. No, like I promise you that when you get in the attitude of gratitude, like that was something that I first heard coined in The Secret, right? But that attitude of gratitude is not just about like this fake gratitude, right? It's not like this fake, I love, thank you, like you're doing it, I'm gonna be grateful just so I can get more. That's not it. But I'm talking about true gratitude, right? Like true gratitude, like true, like grateful. Like people ask me every day, they like, yo, why, you hype? Like how you get up? Like I don't eat breakfast, right? I don't eat breakfast, right? And so when they like, yo, you hype, you got all this energy. This is one a days and black seed oil. You know what I'm saying? Like one a days and black seed oil. And the rest of this energy is just me just excited. Like it is an honor and privilege to be in front of you guys. I don't think you understand that. I don't take this lightly. I don't take this lightly at all. It is an honor and privilege, right? Because yesterday I posted the biggest flex is doing everything God called me to do, right? And so it is an honor, right? It is an honor and privilege to walk in the purpose of what God has called me to do, right? And so because it is an honor and privilege, because it is something that I don't take lightly, God blesses me every day. God blesses me every day. Like if I sat here and complained to y'all, I'd be lying. I'd be the biggest liar in the world. If I sat here and complained about anything, I'm talking about anything. If I sat here and I opened my mouth and I complained about anything, I would be the biggest liar in the world. I would be lying to you. Like life is great. Life is great. And in life being great, it's all about perspective. Because other people could look at my life and pick out some stuff and say, well, you know what I mean? Like other people could probably do that. Could pick out some stuff and say, well, I would rather this. I'll take this. I'll leave that. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand that everything works for the greater good, and I'm appreciative that I'm even here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm appreciative that I even have this opportunity, because I think that if I started to complain, I think complaining is a sign of ungratefulness. It's a sign of not showing. I mean, I honestly think complaining is a sign of disrespect. Honestly, because I don't look at other people's struggles and things of that nature. But the truth of the matter is that there's people who have, struggles that, are deeper than what I would call a struggle. You know what I'm saying? And so, I just think it would be disrespect to have a blessing. And please understand that when I say the blessing, I'm not talking about nothing material. I'm not talking about nothing, that's physical. I'm saying the blessing of just waking up. Like I'm up, I'm healthy, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And so I think complaining is just like disrespectful to who you are. Like you are blessed beyond measure. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, that's the word of the day, yo. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for allowing me to just have this to be able to walk in my purpose. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's so funny because I talked earlier, like people were like, yo, Fat Shot the Grace the DJ, like, yo, he get excited, right? And I'm gonna tell you, like, I wake up. So this morning, or last night, when I posted the book post, I had, one of my guys was like, yo, thanking God, right? Like, yo, I'm an author, yo, Fat Shout to Ash Cash for helping me, become an author. You know what I'm saying? And that just touched my soul. You know what I'm saying? Because through, I'm a vessel. You know what I'm saying? Through the vessel of just being obedient and following what God is telling me, I'm helping other people, achieve their dreams, right? I get a text from somebody I help write a book, and because she wrote her book and people read her book and love her expertise, she was able to create another source of income through consulting and coaching, which I tell people all the time, like, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And that warmed my heart. Watching, my home girl, my sis Joy Warrior, put out her book, then put out her challenge, then put out her daily inspiration. That's fire, by the way. If y'all not following Joy Warrior, y'all doing yourself a disservice. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna get better and better. You know what I'm saying? So she, you know what I mean? She testing this thing out. She got a voice, like, her voice is dope. Her personality is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was, she give me the Erykah Badu vibes. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that in all respect, meaning like the way, Erykah Badu just different. She just got a different vibe, different energy that people, maybe because Erykah's, famous, she get like her just due. But like, I'm telling you, my sis is dope, right? So waking up and watching her do her thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, makes me feel great. I just got a text this morning from my guy, and so I don't, unless they tell me I could shout them out, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And so I have, I have my guy who just released his book this week and made $500 already off of his book, right? And so when he hit me, he was like, yo, bro, like, I could get used to this. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that make 500, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a month, there's people, and he's, his sales are up 800%. And so if he keeps this trajectory, he going to close out in the thousands. You know what I'm saying? And so like to get a text like that means everything to me. You know what I'm saying? To what, like, I'm getting emails, Mailbox Money Academy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think y'all understand what we're doing in there, but it's all good. I'm not in the convincing business. I don't convince people. Like, I know my value. And so if I were to try to convince you to do something, then that means I don't believe in my value. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you, I give you examples, I show you social proof, and if you know, you jump on. But my Mailbox Money Academy folks is hitting me up like, yo, you the light bulb went up. Yo, you a blessing. Yo, you helped me with this. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand, right? So I'm looking forward to our next mastermind. So one of our folks in the Mailbox Money, one of my Mailbox Money millionaires, she's a single mom of 4. She has this great idea for this product or service, didn't really understand how to put it together. We had a one-on-one, kind of gave her a blueprint, helped her refine it a little bit, and yo, she hit me this morning like, yo, like I'm moving, I got action, right? And her product or service is gonna change her family legacy. I promise you that. Single mom of 4. And so when I tell you that I'm just a vessel, like, I'm just a vessel trying to do God's work. You know what I'm saying? And so I know my value. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just appreciate those, because that's the other thing too, right? Is those who see my value see their value, because we're mirrors. Period. Those who are willing to invest in me are willing to invest in themselves, because we mirrors. Whatever you're willing to do, you're just a mirror of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, there's also this energetic alignment, right? Like if you're not in energetic alignment, then you're not gonna see greatness if you don't see greatness. And I'm not no knock to nobody, but I'm just saying that just is what it is, right? Like I tap into my God self. So if I can see you, then you can see me. If I can't see you, then you can't see me. Right? Like the reason why I know, Joy Warrior, Karen, you know what I'm saying, Karen, you know what I'm saying, Styles, Lisa, you know what I mean, D Waters, you know what I'm saying, Trav, Archie, Roxanne, like, you know what I mean, Mel, like, Donna, like, I know I'm forgetting some folks, but the reason why I can see y'all, you know what I mean, Mo Wine, like, you know what I'm saying, I can see y'all, Kendra, I can see y'all, because y'all can see me, you know what I'm saying, like I could talk confidently and definitely about your greatness, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, so let me stop there because I could go on and on. Let's go. So, ashcashbookcourse.com. So people were asking in the comments, what's the book course and is there limited spots? So the book course, there are no limited spots for the book course. You could get the book course whenever. The only difference though, the only urgency is, I mean, if you wanna pay full price, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And I have no qualms about it because the book course is so I have two things, right? So I have the how to write the ebook, which is an ebook. It's $8. And so if you go to 8 steps to ebooksuccess.com, you can get the ebook. But definitely the book course is different, right? The book course, I give you the game, nothing but the game to help you grind, right? So like I said, I'll give you a prime example. Like my guy who just texted me and is his name not here, right? So just in case, so y'all can see, right? My guy who just texted me, so y'all can know I ain't trying to, I don't know if y'all can see that, right? Look, right? Like look how many sales he got, look how much money he made. So I just want to show y'all. IG, you can't really see it because it's backwards, right? Right. Look at the percentage. Like look right here where it say the percentage of sales, right? If y'all can see that, let me see it. Right. So I'm just showing y'all receipts, right? And so, like my guy just doubled his investment. You know what I'm saying? Like he bought the book course for $297. And then he doubled his investment already. And he's not even, like, these are pre-sales actually. The book ain't even out yet. He didn't even do a promo run like I gave him the game to do. He didn't even do that yet. This is just off the strength of doing some of the things we talked about during our one-on-ones. Right? He didn't even do everything yet. And he's already doubled his investment. Right? 812% is his sales. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying to you is, if you go to ashcashbookcourse.com, the course is $497. It's definitely worth about $6,000 at minimum with all the game that I'm giving, templates that I'm giving, step by step. It's a 90-step program. And so, if you use the code MyStory2020, you could get the course for $200 off. September 1st, though. September 1st. September 1st. The price will go up to $997 because of the value. Like I undervalued it, but I undervalued it purposely. Because I wanted to over deliver. I wanted to get some success stories that I could brag about. And then it's gonna go up. So the course is going up to $997 in September 1st. So I mean, and though, here's the truth though, if you're not in a position to buy it right now, and you wait till September 1st to buy it, it's all good. Cause you're gonna make that investment back. So I'm not saying this in a way to like, oh, you're going to lose out and don't buy it at $997. I'm actually saying that it's still a great value at $997. You know what I'm saying? Like at $997, you're still, I promise you're getting way more. Like I've had people in the course telling me like, yo, bro, you got to charge more for this. You know what I'm saying? But knowledge is the one thing you could give away without losing anything. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I got millions more people to touch with the course. You know what I'm saying? So fat shout out there. Doc Rivers says I'm still salty about the T-shirt. I actually got to go pick up my T-shirt because I have a I'll probably wear it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. I made the T-shirt then ordered it. You know what I'm saying? So go to stripesoverlikes.com if you want the T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Elegant Eleanor, what you mean? Good morning, B. You just came in. Like, what you doing? It's 8:40. Like, how you just coming in? I'm like a teacher. I'm calling people out. You know what I mean? You part of the studio audience, and you usually sit in the front. And so now the cameras are panning, and we missing a slot. What you mean? Good morning. How you trying to sneak in here? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But nah. All right. Cool. So let's go to the news. Yup. Just woke up. Just woke up. You try to sneak in here in your pajamas. You try to sneak into the show. Sit in the front seat. Talk about good morning at 8:40. I said I'm calling people out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Brax Rich, you already know. MJ the Soul, you already know what it is. Star Jules, you already know. And Pena, MP, what up? You know what I'm saying? Try to sneak in here like nobody was gonna see you. We see you. We see you. All right. Back to the news. And so today in the news, the markets did pretty well. Nasdaq was up 1.73%. S&P 500 was up 1.02%. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 0.30%. Gold is up 1.97%. 10-year Treasury was up 0.8 basis points. BPSs, and then oil was up 0.12%. And so, another record high for the S&P and NASDAQ. Dow Jones, you know what I'm saying? We trying to see what's up with the Dow. The Dow, was really good. But we're looking for that as well. But all of the indexes were up as of close of market yesterday. And so we talked about what was happening in Kenosha, in Wisconsin, with the shooting of Jacob Blake, which I just get tired of talking about. And so excuse me if I don't spend too much time on here because I get tired of talking about it. But there was a shooting the other night that killed 2 people, injured 1, and they actually arrested a teen. Young Poppy said it's 30 minutes away from him, man. And so they actually arrested a teen who fatally shot at Kenosha protesters. And so a 17-year-old Illinois resident connected to an overnight shooting during a protest in Kenosha was taken into custody Wednesday morning, according to police in Antioch, Illinois. Wisconsin authorities issued an arrest warrant for charging Kyle Rittenhouse with first-degree intentional homicide. Antioch police said he is in custody of the Lake County judicial system, pending an extradition hearing to transfer him to Illinois to Wisconsin. Antioch is located about 15 to 20 miles from Kenosha, just across the state border. And so they did catch him. In other news, NBA players are leading a strike to racial justice. And so on the Bucks refused to play during their game, and the NBA announced that all games were postponed for that night. And so the Bucks protested, and then through their protest, the NBA postponed all games for the night. Even the WNBA, right? The WNBA and some Major League Baseball teams also decided not to play. Tennis star Naomi Osaka said she wouldn't compete in her tournament semifinals today. And so I think that awakening is happening. You know what I'm saying? Awakening is happening because and I'll be honest with you, I'm actually excited about this because when the sports started to open up during the pandemic, I was like, man, I was saying that people are waking up, and things like sports, things like entertainment, and all that stuff, is like is a distraction. It could put you back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, why are they such in a hurry to get sports back up when there's like real issues that we got to deal with? You know what I'm saying? And if you do your history, this has happened in ancient Rome, right? While the country was was suffering, right? While Rome was suffering, they had these big extravagant sports in these arenas, to distract people from what their reality was. And so for a lot of us, some people may not understand it, but for a lot of us, um, you know, um, for a lot of us, there is a sense of things happening where the reality is that we got to be on defense, not offense. You know what I'm saying? And so when you see things like this happen, and then you just go business as usual, then you're like, yo, what's going on? And so I appreciate that. And then even I saw that you know the Lakers and the Clippers decided, they voted on wanting to postpone the whole season because of this. You know what I'm saying? And so the NBA playoffs are on the brink, after an ugly meeting where the Lakers and the Clippers left early after voting to end the season. So they wanted to end the season. And so some quick highlights is that after boycotting playoff games on Wednesday to protest the police shooting of Jacob Blake, NBA players held a tense meeting that is said to have ended ugly. According to reports, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Clippers voted to end the season early through one ESPN report painted it as polling rather than a formal vote. According to one report, LeBron James called for action from team owners towards social justice reform and left the meeting early. Other teams still in the NBA bubble reportedly voted to continue playing the season, but discussions are ongoing, right? And so if you read LeBron's tweet, LeBron's like, F that. Like, yo, let's stop playing now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy. Like, it's giving me goosebumps as I think about this, because we've always had the power. You know what I'm saying? Like the power of the people is always greater than the people in power. Right? The power of the people is always greater than the people in power. And the reason the people have power is because we gave it to them. We gave them our power. And so it's the power of the people. And so LeBron's like, yo, I know my power. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate this, because as crazy, nobody deserves to lose their life. Nobody deserves injustice. Nobody deserves to be shot in their back. Wow. Shit. Oh man, I can't even like I got 2 kids, so I can't even say it, like, ooh, man. Damn. Nobody deserved that. You know what I'm saying? And so we gotta use our power. You know what I'm saying? We gotta use our power. Like, we gotta use our power. And if we allow ourselves, if we allow ourselves to continue to be pimped and be used and be abused and to be like disrespected when we are the ones in power, we ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not quick. I'm not quick to I don't want us to go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want us to go back to sleep. Fast shout out to Ruthie. I couldn't watch it. I have not watched it. I will not watch it. Just the story alone, so I can imagine what the video looked like. Just the story, just reading the story is a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not watching the video. There's no way. Not even It's not even possible. Like if I even see it posted, I scroll past it very, very fast. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah. Um, yeah. So I'm not quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not quick for us to go back to sleep. I want us to stay woke. I want us to keep pointing out this injustice. I want us to start creating solutions. Because the truth of the matter is that none of the players need the NBA. They, if all the big players decided, like LeBron is a brand. If LeBron said, you know what, we're gonna start our own league, he got the money to do it. He got the connections to do it. He got the power to do it. Everybody's gonna move over. So you know what I mean. They don't need the NBA. The NBA needs them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. In other news, TikTok CEO Kevin Mayer quits following Trump's threat to ban the app. And so TikTok CEO Kevin Mayer has quit as the Chinese-owned video-sharing app faces enormous backlash from President Donald Trump. In recent weeks, as the political environment has sharply changed, I have done significant reflection on what the corporate structure changes will require and what it means for the global role I signed up for. Mayer said in a memo to employees that was obtained by CNN Business. Against this backdrop, and as we expect to reach a resolution very soon, it is with a heavy heart that I wanted to let you know that I have decided to leave the company. TikTok hired Mayer, a former top Disney executive, less than 4 months ago to run the app, which is the first owned by a Chinese company to gain significant traction in the Western countries. In addition, his CEO responsibilities, Mayer became chief operating officer of ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, and so he decided to leave. And so, I think that, with all the controversy, that might have been a good decision. And speaking of leaving, Joe Budden announces plans for his podcast to part ways with Spotify. And so, back in 2008, Joe Budden revealed he was taking his talents to Spotify. And the popular Joe Budden podcast made the move to stream exclusively on the Sweden-based platform. He said, I'd like to thank Spotify for this tremendous opportunity to take the Joe Budden podcast and podcasting in general in heights never seen before. Our partnership is extremely humbling for me and adds yet another chapter to the career full of plot twists, said Joe Budden 2 years ago. The 39-year-old entertainer added this highlights a new way of thinking and corporate head nod to shift taking place before our very eyes. I'm even more thrilled to embark on this journey with some of my closest friends and people I love. Well, Button is now telling his audience that he and his co-hosts Rory Farrell and Jamil Maul Clay are set to leave Spotify. On the latest episode of his top streaming show titled Views from the Spot, he broke down all the issues he's having with Spotify. So he discussed the turmoil of trying to record the podcast during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic in New York. Also dealing with his father being sick at the time. Button also blasted the company for refusing to properly compensate him and his crew, even though he claims that the Joe Budden podcast helped establish Spotify as a podcasting force. So Spotify is now exclusively the home to podcasts by Bill Simmons, Kim Kardashian West, Joe Rogan, and Michelle Obama. And he said, I can't tell you where we're going. I can tell you where we will not be September 23rd. So Button informed his listeners. He also stated that I'm not saying we will not do business in the future because we may. Please do not take this as determined to Spotify. All that I'm telling you right now is that our views of where podcast is taking us for the next 5 years are not aligned. And so Button further addressed the situation on Twitter by posting, if you think I was complaining about a contract, then you missed it, and the message wasn't for you. New episode of the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal, currently debuting every Wednesday and Saturday on Spotify. So, yeah, my eyes are open. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a daily show. I'm doing podcasting. When I heard, I want to say I heard that Joe got 5 million. I'm not sure, but that was the number I heard. But then, you know what I'm saying? You hear Joe Rogan got 100 million. So you're like, wait, what on? So so yeah, fast shout out to Joe. All right, now, so we got a few more minutes. Ask Ash Cash segment of the show. And so if you guys have any questions, right? If you have any questions, please put your questions. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, please put your questions in the comment box. If you're watching on Instagram, if you're in the live studio audience, please pass your questions to the host. This on the side, next to the comment button, there's a button that has comments. So please put your comments there. Let's see what we got. I don't have I thought I had questions. No questions on the comment side. All right, y'all. So yeah, so we no questions. If you have any questions, please put them below. Fast shot to everybody on the check-in. Again, make sure you go to ashcashbookcourse.com to check out the book course. Use the code MyStory2020, to get a discount. Francois says that's an old trick. Use the black talent to draw an audience and overpay the new white talent. That's a fact though, because and that's not even something that's not a reach, because Fox did it all the time. So think about it, and it's documented that when Fox Network started to when Fox Network first launched their television network, they bought all the black shows, so Living Color, I don't remember all of them, the Jamie Foxx show, all of these black shows to spike the numbers. And then once they spiked the numbers and got enough publicity and got enough money, they were able to bring in a wider audience, and get more money, give them more money and get more money for their station. Pix 11 did the same thing. MTV did the same thing. So that's usually what it is. I'm not complaining about that though, because at the end of the day, as long as we're aware of it, right? As long as we're aware of it and we don't allow ourselves to get pimped out, then that's fine, right? When I say that's fine, I'm just going from a pure number perspective, right? If we're 14% of the population, 13-14% of the population, there is, right? UPN 9 did the same thing. If we're 13-14% of the population, there is, from a business perspective, another 86% of the population that they want to get towards those places. And if we to think about that, so let me talk my ish for a second, right? Let me talk my ish for a second. And so y'all know I'm from Harlem, NYC, right? I'm a proud resident or proud representative of Harlem, NYC, right? But Harlem is not a borough. So if anybody knows New York City, Harlem is not a borough, right? Harlem is a town in a borough. So the 5 boroughs are Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, and who I'm missing? Queens. My fault, Queens. Right? So Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. Right? And so people always talk about Harlem, but Harlem is actually part of Manhattan. Nobody talks about Manhattan, right? Like, nobody talks about Manhattan for real. Like, they talk about Harlem, like Harlem hold weight, right? And so as a proud member of Harlem, Harlem is only 45 blocks though, right? Like, Harlem is only 45 blocks, 110th to 155th east to west, but we hold so much power, right, in the 5 boroughs. So why is that an example? Because I'm saying that Harlem also sets the trend. Like, we set trends for the whole country. We've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been setting trends. Harlem Renaissance. Like we set culture, right? We set culture. We've been setting culture. This little town, right? This little town. My fault, Queens. No disrespect, Queens. I ain't mean that, Queens. Queens, I ain't mean that. My fault. My fault. I love y'all. I love you, Queens. My fault, Queens. I ain't mean that. I promise you. Y'all get love. I promise you I ain't mean that. But think about it, right? When they compare Harlem, they compare Harlem to Brooklyn. They never say Harlem and Bed-Stuy. They never say Harlem and Crown Heights. They never say Harlem and East New York. They say Harlem versus Brooklyn. They never say Harlem versus Left Rack City. They never say Harlem versus St. Albans. They never say Harlem versus Far Rockaway. They say Harlem versus Queens. They don't say Harlem versus South Bronx. They don't say Harlem versus Riverdale. They don't say Harlem versus White Plains Road. They don't say that. You know what I'm saying? They don't say Harlem versus Stapleton. They say Harlem versus the Bronx. They say Harlem versus nobody say Harlem versus Staten Island. I'm joking. No disrespect, Staten Island. So why do I say that? I say that because Harlem is a representative of who we are. You know what I'm saying? This small, this small group of people, right? As black people in America, see what I did? This small group of people, this 14%, you know what I'm saying? Like represents the world. And so they use us, right? They use this small group of people to activate the world. And so while like we don't understand that power, like you don't understand that? You don't understand the power you got? If as black people, you're 14%, we're 14% of the population in America, and 86% is something different, but we are the culture, then we gotta start overcharging. We gotta start overcharging for what they did to the Cold Crush. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear Harlem as a badge. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear it as a badge. Like I'm proud. Like I make it. I don't care where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where I'm at. I could be in Africa, and I'm from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. Yo, Ash, MMA Secret Society member from St. Albans. Fast shout to St. Albans though. You know what I'm saying? Like I got love. You know what I mean? I got love for you. Crumb Cake says Harlem sort of like the Dows. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing there. Yeah, so I just say, you know what I mean? Wear your blackness proud. Be proud to be black like you proud to be from Harlem. No, that's fine. But no, yeah. So I just wanted I gave that example, right? Because we were talking about we were talking about how the entertainment, sports, they all use black folks. Well, we got to know our power. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know your power, then nobody can take advantage of you. All right, y'all. They kicking me out. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me as always. Make sure you go to the ashcastshow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you go to ashcasttv.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to ashcashbookcourse.com to get the book course. Use code MyStory2020. If you're looking for any products or services that I offer, go to mindrightmoney.com. Under the resources tab, every single program, product, service, apparel, anything I offer is on there, mindrightmoney.com. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace, peace, peace. Peace and blessings.